I talk about the Erie Street Market on a regular basis on WSPD, and in talking with people, I realized many had no idea what the market was like. So Megan and I decided to give you a little tour of the Erie Street Market. Parking should be no problem at all because your tax dollars have gone to repaving and relining the large parking lot in the back of the market. Oh, it gets busy on weekends when the farmers market stalls are open. Your tax dollars have also gone into rebuilding the deck and handicap ramp, which the city tore down before realizing they were non-compliant with the ADA regulations. Over the years, tax money has been spent on new signs, lights, decks, the parking lot, and inside improvements. Let's go inside and take a look. There's only two businesses still open inside what used to be the food court. One is Bailey's, serves pizzas and grinders and delivers around downtown. The other is CJ's, breakfast and lunch menu. The other cases were put in with taxpayer money as part of improvements to attract customers, and you can see how well that's working. Tables sit empty, counters contain no meats and cheeses, and refrigerators cool nothing but the air inside them. Visitors to the Erie Street Market, of course, are expected to walk from the food court to what is termed the Antique Mall, located down a gaily decorated hallway. On your way to the mall, you pass the Civic Center Promenade, the events center of the Erie Street Market. That hall is for rent, and it, of course, competes unfairly with other rental halls in the city because it receives tax dollars to subsidize its operation. As you can see as we walk, there are no customers, but the walls are bright, shiny, and new, as the mayor would say. Once inside the Antique Mall, you'll find old comic books, records, magazines. A selection of statues, knickknacks, and dinnerware fill other booths. The booths are unmanned. Visitors are on the honor system for buying these treasures. The day we were there, the person running the cash register was actually one of the vendors. Normally, your tax dollars pay a city employee to do this job. The booths line the walls in the center aisle of this bay, and as you can see, no customers. Vendors have been told the city would advertise the market and hold events to attract them. It's another promise that's been broken in a string of promises. Just last year, the city spent $160,000, $10,000 at a time on the Erie Street Market. Before that, a grant of $600,000 to improve the market. And you can see the improvements throughout this film. The mayor promised we'd make $10,000 to $15,000 a concert. There hasn't been a concert in this hall since December of 2008. And the only thing anyone entering the concert venue now sees is an empty hall with a new paint job. The view from the stage isn't any better, as the only sounds you hear are the echoes of your own footsteps. Well, there are a number of excuses given each time the question is asked about closing the market, but there's not one good, financially sound reason to keep it open. With the pull that Marcy Kaptur supposedly has in Washington, we ought to be able, in this economic downturn, be able to get out from under any HUD grant restrictions. Instead, we're saddled with a financial burden we can't afford, and the only person who still believes the market is or could be a success is the mayor of the city of Toledo, Carlton S. Finkbeiner.
If there's any person out there that thinks the Erie Street Market isn't ultimately going to be a success story, I strongly, heartily disagree with them. And the facts are on my side and those who believe as I do.